Good morning. Welcome to Sam's Garage. I'm Sam Memmelo. Thanks so much for joining us on this Saturday morning. We appreciate you sharing your Saturday morning with Sam and Sam. Sam Madavi's off today. He's in California taking care of some family business. So I am solo. Our toll-free number, as usual, has been the same for almost 25 years now. 800-355-3597. This hour of Sam's Garage is brought to you by Eaton Detroit Spring, the finest automotive springs manufactured right here in the USA with American steel. You can check out their website at EatonDetroitSprings.com, and their customer service is second to none. Also brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Trust the friendly, knowledgeable parts professionals at O'Reilly Auto Parts. They know what it takes to get the job done right. Professional technicians have counted on O'Reilly Auto Parts for years. Come see for yourself. O'Reilly Auto Parts, better prices every day. And by Motorrad, your first choice for vehicle thermostats, closure caps, and now engine management pieces. Learn more about their products and their industry-leading application coverage at MotorradUSA.com. And by Omnicraft, the quality and reliability you expect from Ford Motor Company, now available for non-Ford vehicles. Learn more at OmnicraftAutoparts.com. Well, good morning, everybody. And again, our toll-free number is 800-355-3597. And we're going to kick off the morning with a very special guest, a friend of mine and a partner here at Sam's Garage, Mike Eaton, owner of Eaton Detroit Springs. And anything to do with springs, this guy knows all about it. If you look at Sam's Garage Radio Show Facebook page, he has several awesome videos, and I just posted one this morning on how leaf springs are made. Good morning, Mike. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Sam. Thank you for having me this morning.
It's a pleasure. It's good to talk to you. And, you got some great videos. And like I told you earlier before we came on air, that I've had some great compliments, even from folks that are in the industry, about the quality and straightforwardness of your videos. They're easy to watch. They're very informative. And, you and I have talked and kidded around when I've made a couple of Sam mistakes when I talked about the 5160 steel. And I'm not a metallurgist, so I did some research, and I did a little bit of reading. And 5160 is a pretty interesting steel. And I'm reading something from a steel and tube company. It's alloy steel, 5160, high carbon, chromium spring steel. It offers outstanding toughness, a high level of ductility, whoa, I love that word, and excellent fatigue resistance. Alloy steel 5160 is in use in the automotive field in a number of different heavy spring applications, especially for leaf springs. It's important to note that the alloy steel 5160 can be difficult to weld and machine and may require some special procedures. So that's pretty interesting stuff, and it gives this combination of what it's got in it. But what is the reason? If it's hard to work with, why would you choose 5160 for your springs?
Besides all those good characteristics you gave about it, 5160 has great memory. It will go back exactly to where it was at once it's been formed. You heat treat it, and it can flex up and down. We cycle test springs, and you'll cycle test springs 1.5 million strokes. And a spring made out of 5160 will continue coming back right to the original height that it was. Springs made out of lower quality steel, which a lot of import springs are, they will lose the ability to maintain that height. You cycle test them as low as 50 and 60,000 times, and they've lost their ability to support the weight. They become lower and lower. Cycle testing, by the way, is when you push that spring, whatever the curve is, and you push it flat, and then it comes back up again, and you push it back down again. Cheap quality springs can only do it so many times, and it loses the height, where 5160 will continue coming right back to the original height.
That's incredible. That's a great reason. But now tell me about its hard to work characteristics. What do you find are your biggest challenges making a spring out of 5160?
Well, we don't have too much challenges. We have the right equipment. We have the big enough presses. We have the big enough eye machines, the forming presses when the steel is hot. So we don't have any challenges. However, if you went to machine it, like somebody will take a plate of a leaf spring and says, I'll just drill a hole through it. We sit there and say, good luck, have fun. But we have a 60-ton press that punches a hole through it. Very extremely tough to machine. It will just chew tools right up, cutting tools. Whether it's a drill bit, a mill, it will just cut them right, it will just eat them alive.
Well, that's amazing. So you're saying, kids, you're not going to take a cheap drill bit and drill a hole through it for relocating your center pin or something like that, right?
You probably won't take a good drill bit and relocate a center bolt hole. It's extremely tough. If you wanted to drill it, and some people will try to drill it, just get the best drill bit you can afford to buy and turn it as slow as you can. Don't turn it fast. Turn it nice and slow and use a lot of lubricant.
All right, for somebody that doesn't understand that, why do you turn it slow? What happens if you turn it fast?
The makeup of the steel gives so much resistance to cutting it. All you're going to be doing is building up heat.
And that work hardens it?
Work hardens it. That's already hard to begin with, but yeah, it's going to make it harder. Correct.
That's awesome. Well, you make good leaf springs, obviously. You make coil springs. If somebody's doing a restoration of a classic, an antique, or they're building a hot rod, whatever, and they have spring needs, and they don't want to overlook the springs because those are so critical. And a lot of times, people just look at it. It's a piece of iron, and they take it off and they put it back on. Besides leaf springs and coil springs, what else does Eaton Detroit Spring offer?
We offer the attaching parts, the shackles, the eye bolts, U-bolts. We offer a line of shocks, KYB, QA1, Viking. We offer the design services, engineering services, but it's all spring related, suspension related.
So if I'm going to do something with a hot rod or class, and by the way, as you know, I purchased the rear springs for my 39 Chevy 4-door from you, and of course all of the attaching parts and so on. You've got, if somebody wants something and they don't know what to do and they need some advice, all they have to do is check you out on your website or give you a call. Is that correct?
Yeah, you can check on our website and see what we offer there. We've got a lot of technical information on there, a lot of vehicle listings. And if they're still kind of uncertain or not too sure, or they want to talk to somebody with some knowledge, pick up the phone and give us a call. Everybody there has got a lot of years experience and knows what they're talking about, I hope.
Well, you're only as good as your people, and I know you do a great job of hiring and training, and that's something else. You got craftsmen, and they've been with you for a long time. Let's first start off with your grandfather started this business in 1937, bought a building in 1939, moved into that, and you're in the same location.
Is
that correct? Okay, stay right there, Mike. Yep. Stay right there, Mike. We have to take a quick commercial break. If you could stay with us, I got a couple more questions. We're talking to Mike Eaton from Eaton Detroit Springs, the best springs on the planet. And our toll-free number is 800-355-3597. If you got a question about springs or attaching components or anything you want to know, give us a call. Right now, we're taking a quick break. Don't you dare go away. And we are back to work here at Sam's Garage Radio Show. 19 minutes after the hour from the atomic clock out there in Colorado, and we are having a great conversation with Mike Eaton at Eaton Detroit Springs. So, Mike, we're back, and we're talking about all of the things that you make, the springs, all the attaching things and so on. And now the company's been in business for 83 years. You're in your fourth generation of running it, which, that speaks volumes right there. Anybody that stays in business for 83 years, even if they didn't want to, they're doing something right. So this is an incredible American, story about American industry. And you were talking about having the right equipment. And I understand you have one press that's the only operating press of its size and type in the United States. Is that true?
Well, it's not a press. It's a roll machine. That's what tapers the end of the springs. Takes it from thick and then tapers the ends real thin. It's a roll machine. As far as we know, it's the last one left in existence.
That's incredible. Now, what do you do about fixing something like that?
First off, we take care of it real carefully. The operator of it can tell something's wrong just by the sounds of it. He's used it for so much. But then the parts, we have a local machine shop that if we need parts for it, something made for it, they take care of it. They can make the parts for it.
And speaking of your employees, I watched the video and I paid attention to, believe it or not. You know me, but I watched it, I paid attention, and one of the things that you mentioned in there is these craftsmen that you've got working for you have been doing springs for a long time. I kind of like that when you hire them, you give them a year to train them, and you also look for all the indications that somebody is trainable. But these people have been doing it for a long time, and you've got long-term employees that know their job and do it well. That's another big plus in your favor because so many places have so much turnover. You have people producing stuff that maybe you got the guy, for his first time, he presses it out and sticks it in a box and sends it to you. So that's a big deal having that kind of tenure in your employees.
We treat our employees well. That's something that my grandfather did, my father did, I have done, my daughter does. We bend over backwards. When we hire people, we don't tell them, you can work here for a little while. We'll tell them you can almost be a lifetime job if you want it. And we will take the time to train them. We understand that in the world of making springs, there's so much complication to it. But the first year we expect them to walk around saying, what the heck am I doing or why am I doing it? And about day 366, the light bulb goes off and they go, geez, I understand. This is okay. This is fun. We enjoy it. And we take care of them. Pay them well, give them good benefits.
That's great. And that's so important. It's critical. Keeping your employees happy. It's sort of like if mama's happy, everybody's happy. And
company can't make it 83 years by just one or two people. It takes everybody to make the thing work.
Absolutely. It's just like a race team or whatever. It's a team effort, and everybody's got to pull their weight. And when you treat employees right and they feel like they're part of the company and making it happen, then they work at their best level, and your product speaks for itself. Well, we appreciate you coming on board this morning and telling us a few things. And again, enjoy your videos. If anyone's interested in seeing how a leaf spring is made, you can go to EatonDetroitSprings.com or EatonSprings.com, whatever you prefer, and you can check out all the videos. I particularly like the one about the chrome plating. I have seen many a highboy roadster with a chrome front leaf spring, transverse spring. Not a good idea, huh?
Not a good idea at all. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's chromed wrong, you get something called hydrogen embrittlement, and it doesn't cause the spring to break like we know springs break, but it causes it to shatter like a piece of glass. We've seen it happen so many times. Something we strongly tell people to avoid doing.
Yes, sir. That's great advice. So if you want to learn everything about springs, again, log on to EatonDetroitSpring.com and check out their whole line of videos. They're easy to watch. They're fun. Mike's a great guy and does a great job. And we appreciate your partnership here at Sam's Garage and look forward to working with you a long time. And we'll have you back again for another interview. How's that?
It sounds like a game plan to me. Love you,
okay,
Sam.
buddy.
You do a great job and enjoy your show and have fun.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate you getting up early on a Saturday morning. Have a wonderful weekend.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Okay, bud. Bye-bye.